रुपए और 1,000 रुपए के करेंसी नोट लीगल टेंडर नहीं रहेंगे।
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के नोटबंदी के फैसले के बाद से ही सरकार जनता की सहूलियत के लिए रोज कोई न कोई कदम उठा रही है। वित्त सचिव शक्तिकांत दास ने नोटबंदी के चलते ऑनलाइन ट्रांजैक्शन को बढ़ावा देने के लिए कई बड़े ऐलान किए। उन्होंने कहा कि अब डेबिट कार्ड इस्तेमाल करने पर सर्विस चार्ज नहीं लगेगा, सरकार इसे हटा रही है। रुपे कार्ड पर भी चार्ज हटाया जा चुका है। दास ने बताया कि सार्वजनिक क्षेत्र के बैंक और कुछ निजी बैंक 31 दिसंबर तक डेबिट कार्ड के प्रयोग पर सर्विस टैक्स हटाने को राजी हो गए हैं। दास ने ये भी बताया कि ई वॉलेट से भी सरकार स्विचिंग चार्ज हटा चुकी है।
Now the other decision which has been taken, and I must appreciate the role being played by the public sector banks over the last 10-12 days in dealing with the situation, in making the cash, in making the new currencies available to the public. I must also recognize the work being done by some of the private sector banks. The entire banking structure has fully geared up to meet the situation. And you are aware that so far as RuPay cards are concerned, the National Payment Council of India has already waived, waived the switching charges, and all the other charges on the RuPay cards have been already waived. Now, the public sector banks and some of the private sector banks, we have been talking to the private sector banks and some of the service providers who provide the switching services. They have agreed to waive the charges, the service charges on the use of debit cards up to 31st December 2016. In other words, what you call the MDR charges on use of debit cards, that is RuPay cards, it was already done. Now on debit cards, the charges being levied by the banks and by the switching charges would stand completely waived. So there will be no charge on use of debit cards. The intention of this decision and the intention behind this gesture which has been made by the banks is to ensure greater penetration of digital transactions into our economy and to ensure that more and more people migrate towards digital transactions. And I take this opportunity to appreciate the gesture of the public sector banks and some of the private sector banks who have already agreed, and others are expected to agree and use their and issue their own circulars.
दास ने ये भी बताया कि किसानों तक फंड पहुंचाने के लिए नाबार्ड जिला केंद्रीय सहकारी बैंकों को 21,000 करोड़ रुपए जारी कर चुका है और नाबार्ड के जरिए किसानों को पैसा दिया जाएगा।
For the farming community, especially for the farmers, already measures have been announced facilitating cash drawal, higher cash drawals against crop loan sanctions, higher cash drawal from their sale of agricultural produce, similarly higher cash drawal in the APMC markets for registered traders, and similar other measures have been announced. Cash also has been made available. The new denomination notes, 2,000 rupee and 500 rupee notes are also being made available, have been made available in 1.55 lakh, 1,55,000 post offices across the country to disburse cash to especially the rural people. Now, today the government has again reviewed the situation. I mean, it's a constant, it's a continuous process because you keep getting representations. And government has decided on certain measures to especially keeping in view the requirements of the farmers, for the benefit of the farmers. And secondly, for the promotion of digital economy, for the promotion of digital transactions in the country, for greater and faster proliferation of digital transactions in the country. Now, consequently, the NABARD, for the facility, for the for the benefit of the agricultural operations during the current Rabi season, and especially for the benefit of the farmers, NABARD has sanctioned a special limit of 21,000 crores of rupees to be sanctioned to the district central cooperative banks.
उन्होंने बताया कि फीचर फोनों से किए जाने वाले सभी डिजिटल लेन देन 31 दिसंबर तक सर्विस टैक्स से मुक्त रहेंगे।
The TRAI has also reduced the USSD charges from rupees 150 to 50 paisa per session. The announcement in this regard has been made by the TRAI yesterday. And not only they have reduced the USSD charges from 150 to 1 rupee 50 paisa to 50 paisa, they have also increased the number of stages from the current 5 to 8. Now we have to remember that these charges will be of great benefit, especially for undertaking digital financial transaction through feature phones. Now we are not talking of smartphones. We are talking of feature phones which are not smartphones, and in our entire telecom sector in the country, 65% of the total mobile phones used in the country, I repeat, 65% of the total mobile phones in the country are feature phones which are not smartphones. And this waiver of the reduction of the USSD charge by the TRAI has now also been matched by the telecom companies themselves to waive the remaining 50 paisa of the charges up to 31st December 2016. In other words, for all digital financial transactions which will be undertaken in feature phones will have no service charge till 31st of December 2016.
वित्त सचिव ने ये भी कहा कि सभी सरकारी संगठनों, सार्वजनिक उपक्रमों और सरकारी एजेंसियों को सलाह दी गई है कि वेतन देने और अन्य खर्चों के लिए डिजिटल भुगतान का इस्तेमाल करें। रिजर्व बैंक ने कैश वॉलेट की लिमिट भी दोगुनी कर अब 20,000 रुपए कर दी है।
Next point is with regard to the use of e-wallets, that is what they call as prepaid payment instruments, PPIs, or more popularly known as e-wallets. Already the Reserve Bank has announced certain relaxations yesterday, enhancing the limit from 10 to 20,000 in respect of individuals, and similar other limit enhancement in respect of merchants.
शक्तिकांत दास ने ये भी बताया कि 31 दिसंबर तक ऑनलाइन ट्रेन टिकट बुकिंग पर भी सर्विस चार्ज हटाया जा चुका है।
Next point is that Indian Railways, 58% of the tickets being booked in the railway network are through e-ticketing, through online e-tickets. Now the railways have also decided and have announced already yesterday that on 31st of December, the service charges on online booking of e-tickets will be completely waived up to 31st December 2016. So this is also another measure, another initiative taken to promote more and more digital transaction in our economy.